The girl had just opened the cabinet when a terrifying killer suddenly appeared inside. Before she could react, she was kicked across the room, and a sword was thrown at her, narrowly missing her life. Seeing this, the man immediately lunged at the killer, and a struggle ensued. Just as the killer was about to strike, the woman grabbed a desk lamp and smashed it into his face. They seized the opportunity to run out of the room, slamming the door behind them, and used a belt to lock the door handle, securing it tightly to a nearby water pipe. Just as they took a breath of relief, a knife suddenly stabbed through the door. The two of them immediately fled the house, running towards a taxi, but the driver was shot in the head by an arrow from the killer. The two were so terrified they collapsed on the ground, and the woman hurriedly explained they weren't a couple. As the killer hesitated, the man dialed the police. Seeing this, the killer shot another arrow, hitting the phone with perfect accuracy, causing the two to turn and run away. They ended up running into an abandoned building. The killer suddenly burst in and grabbed the woman by the throat. The man immediately charged at him, but he was no match for the killer and was soon knocked out. Seeing this, the woman ran for her life, but the killer pursued relentlessly. She accidentally found refuge in a theme park. Hiding behind a carousel seat, the woman was startled when the carousel started moving. The killer appeared behind her. With one swift strike, he severed the head of the carousel, terrifying the woman as she ran. But the killer wasn't about to let her escape. He relentlessly pursued her, swinging his weapon. In a moment of distraction, the woman kicked him hard, sending him flying, and then sprinted towards the road. At that moment, the killer, still wielding his knife, chased after her. Just as he was about to strike, a police car appeared, speeding toward them. The frightened woman looked back, only to find the killer had vanished. As the two reunited, the killer reappeared, but his mask was so obvious that everyone quickly recognized his identity. The killer then began a random massacre, throwing the crowd into chaos. The two decided to draw his attention, and soon the killer launched a frenzied attack on them. The man fought desperately, but he was no match for the killer and was quickly knocked to the ground. As the killer prepared to finish him off, the woman used a fire extinguisher to strike his head, causing blood to pour out. But just then, the killer turned around and grabbed the woman. The man, now desperate, picked up a knife from the ground and plunged it into the killer's body. The terrifying killer finally met his end.